you doing?
Good.
Deuce, just how tough was it to see Skylar go down today, man?
It was gut wrenching because it was a play that I'd seen him go down kind of in my peripheral, but I didn't know what happened. So when I turned around and I saw him on his back, kind of squirming in agony. It was pretty tough, and I mean prayers are up for him. And I talked to him after the game, and man, I just hoping for the best.
Do you feel like it kind of had you guys shell shocked a little bit as
Just
a team?
Just a little bit, just because that's your QB1, that's your star player, that's Skylar Thompson, that's everybody's boy, that's our leader. See him go down, and I mean it's always going to be a shell shock because man, that's a great guy, great player for us, and it's just always tough.
Deuce, how do you think you held up running the ball 26 times today? That's the highest you've had.
Yes, I feel pretty good. A little sore, but that's just football. Feel good, and probably get some recovery tomorrow and just get ready for Nevada.
Did you immediately know when Skylar went down, you're like, well, I'm going to be taking on an even bigger load than I thought tonight?
No, because Will Howard's a fantastic quarterback as well. Whenever we put him in the game, I knew we weren't going to change anything. We're going to keep being K-State football because that's what Will Howard does. He's a great football player, and he's going to be somebody that whenever his name is called, he's coming into his thing.
How important was it to punch that one in on the last drive, maybe to get some confidence with the group that you have right now with Will and the offense, and your offensive line doing a nice job tonight?
I feel like it was pretty big, not only for the fact of just the offense, but whenever we punched it in, it was kind of like an overwhelming thought that we knew the defense was going to get a stop. The way they've been playing all the second half and the entire game, I mean, those guys have been putting on the line these past two games, and they're a great unit. So whenever we punched it in, it was kind of like, hey, we know our defense got us the entire game. They're not going to, quote unquote, let us down. They're going to show us exactly what they do, and that's be a mob mentality defense.
You guys came out in the second half, and I think that first drive maybe ran the ball or passed the ball once, and was that kind of maybe a way to let Will kind of settle into it, and you guys were able to move it on the ground? But
I feel like it was more of the fact that our offensive line was playing super, super well, and we went into the locker room and we said, man, the way our offensive line is playing, we're winning the line of scrimmage. Why not just give the ball to the three great running backs that we have in the backfield as well? Because those five up front, I mean, man, they make stuff go. They're a fantastic unit, and just to see them improve from January to tonight is fantastic, and they're going to get even better. And I mean, I love running behind those boys.
Deuce, I think all three of your touchdowns tonight were in the red zone, which is a little unusual for you. How do you approach that when you're down there in the goal line running as opposed to in the open field?
Once you get inside the 5, you got to get the ball in the end zone. That's as a running back, that's where you got to get the ball in the end zone, because they're calling your name inside the 5. They're putting pretty much the entire program in your hands. Say, hey man, go get us 6 points. And every time we're in there, I feel like I got to do it. And it's real easy when you got those 5 up front. I always say that they blocked their butts off today, and they played amazing.
You talk about defense and playing a mob mentality. Tell me about Felix and what he brings to you guys.
He's my roommate, so he's a great player. He's going to be something that's great for us for a very long time. The way that he prepares is ridiculous. Out at practice, he doesn't take a rep off. So these plays that we're seeing on Saturday, we're like, man, I mean, we saw that on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, whenever we were practicing. And we saw it back in spring ball as well. He's changed his body the way that he's gotten bigger. He's worked on his game, and it's crazy to see. I mean, he's a fantastic player. He's going to be fantastic for us for a very long time.
Deuce, when Cooper was in here, he mentioned that he knew that in the third quarter you guys were going to pound the ball, and he has offensive lineman, he was licking his chops. As a running back, when you know that, how much were you looking forward to getting out there knowing you were going to get the ball probably a pretty good bit?
I was looking forward to it just in the fact that we went into the locker room and they said we're gonna put the ball into our running back's hands, and that was something that's okay. They're putting their faith in us to go out here and put this game away in a sense and get up and try and run out the clock. So whenever we went out there and they were like, hey, we're gonna keep handing you the football, I mean, I was all go for it. It was something that, man, I always take pride in.
Just how important will it be just to cut down on the turnovers moving forward as an offense?
Turnovers can't happen. Fumbling the football, I pride myself on taking care of the football, and that's something tonight that I didn't do. Something I have to work on going forward. Something that's an expectation is going to be to have 0 fumbles every single game.
Could you get a sense of Skylar's emotions in post-game?
Yeah, just really, I mean, he was excited for us for getting the win, and then of course he's trying to keep his spirits up and everything, but I don't know exactly what is going on with him, and I didn't really talk to him about that, but I mean, he was overwhelmingly excited for us in the win. That's all that we really talked about.
Deuce, I'm sure you know this, but that fumble was the first turnover you've had since you've been here at K-State.
Yes, sir.
Is that something where you have to do on your own? Are you gonna do like extra stuff because of it? Like you?
Yes, sir. Fumbling is unacceptable, especially playing running back. Whenever they give you the ball, they're putting the program in your hands, and I feel like my fumble really kind of changed the momentum whenever we went back out there and we kind of caused some more turnovers because of it. So that's on me 100%. That's something I'm going to work on because turning the football over is just unacceptable, and it's something that's always going to taint a football game in my eyes. Whenever I fumble the football, I could have 100 touchdowns, but that fumble is always going to stay in the back of my mind.
Well, I just meant, are you gonna do like? Oh, no, I was gonna ask, are you gonna do like 25 more push-ups tonight or something? Because I just didn't know you could do
Right.
extra on yourself.
One thing that I will do is I get back to my cross gripping every single practice, no matter where I'm at, cross gripping through the hole, whether I'm out in space and things like that, because it's always gonna be a power chaser that gets the ball. It's never gonna be something that's right in front of you.
When was the last time you fumbled? How far back was it?
I didn't fumble last year. I didn't fumble my senior year. I believe it may have been my early junior year or sophomore year. I know I fumbled my sophomore year in high school, but I mean after that, I mean it's a feeling that I never want to feel again. So it's something I'm working on.
Offense didn't play well. It was turnovers, but you still get the win, and
Right.
defense played really well. And you guys know you can be better, I'm sure. So how much confidence does that give you going forward?
A whole bunch of confidence. Just to see that, to know our defense is legit. They're gonna buckle down. They're gonna put 10 toes down. They're gonna play for us, and this is something that we can work on Monday through Thursday. Whenever we're getting ready, and then even into Friday before next Saturday against a really good Nevada team. So we're gonna have to get to work, and it's just really exciting to see that. Man, we're leaving a lot out there, and whenever we tune it up and we start making those plays as well, it's gonna be pretty exciting to see.
One more question, guys.
Okay, I guess it can be me then. Just after playing in front of limited capacity so much last year, how nice was it to be almost full house, and what was that experience like?
Man, it was crazy. Running out of that tunnel, it was crazy because I came up here for my official visit against Baylor whenever I was going into my senior year. So I was in my senior year, one of those. But I mean, just to see that crowd was something I always wanted to play in, always want to run out in. So to see it tonight, man, I mean, it was electric. It was something that I'll look forward to playing it again next week because these fans are fantastic, and man, they proved it tonight.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Deuce.
guys. Appreciate it.
Appreciate y'all. Y'all have a nice night.
You too.